this part of the building is the oldest. They think this is where they started building around 800 or so. And this had been looted quite a bit, but when people started actually excavating this, sanctioned excavations, they found lots of objects there. They had turquoise, which is local. They had beads, of course, and shells, even conch shells that were used as trumpets, which come from more tropical locations. So we know that they had an incredibly wide network of trade. Now, people came here from all over the region, and they think a lot of these longhouses weren't just for families to live in, but these are places where people would stay when they had massive gatherings. If people are all from similar communities, they get together often, and so they think a lot of these rooms that were in here, and this oldest part of the structure, it has about 100 rooms there. So they could have easily been places where people from long distances were able to stay and sleep during these major events. Now here we've got two big, you see these round holes, these are kivas. These are ceremonial spaces, and I had said in another video that these are kind of private. We don't know a whole lot about the way that they celebrated or performed their ceremonies here, but we know that there are still kivas that are made and used today by the Puebloan people, different Puebloan people, and they likely separated by gender, by clans, maybe by societies, which would be groups of people who had some kind of thing in common, and that there were ceremonies done down here. We don't know what. They could have had fires down here, and they could have kind of been like sweat lodges. They could have been prayer rooms. They could have had music going. It could have been all of that. We just don't know, and so we can kind of compare it to some more contemporary people who practice this way. But again, like I said, a lot of people don't really feel the need to share that kind of information unless you're part of that community. So there's not a lot published on it. That's another reason people don't always like to share the details of these things, is because not only were they kind of ridiculed for it and it was outlawed, but also they've had years of people who came through as anthropologists wanting to learn information. They trusted them, they shared information with them, and then anthropologists or even just enthusiasts would go write books and expose all of this information. And I know a lot of people profited off of the history and a lot of the kind of hardships that the Native American people in this land suffered. And so I think they feel a little bit maybe salty about that, maybe not, but in a way that's kind of kept them to want to guard a little bit of their own private history.